Welcome back to another episode of Grit on the Rocks podcast. Fellas, listen up. At some point, every man has done some dumb shit to impress women. Whether you're flexing too hard, throwing around money you didn't have, or pretending to love her cat, I think we've all been there. But here's the thing. Most of these tactics, they don't work. Some of them make you look desperate. Some make you look ridiculous. And some just get you permanently labeled as the weird guy she dodged a bullet with. So today, we're breaking down the dumbest things men do to impress women. Yep. To impress women. But things that never really work. So get ready for some cringe, some laughs, and most importantly, some real talk on things that, they might actually work. This is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
This podcast is a Buenos Dias media production.
This is the Grit on the Rocks podcast, where raw conversations meet smooth sips. Pull up a chair, pour your favorite drink, puff on your favorite cigar, and join us as we dive into the convos that matter. No scripts, no barriers, just unfiltered truth served straight up. Cheers to the real ones out there. Salud.
All right. So today we're talking about something, as men, we've probably all done at some point, just dumb things that men do to impress women. And to be honest, I guess in the vast majority, we can't say never, but in the vast majority, they really don't work. You ever see a guy do something so cringeworthy that you felt secondhand embarrassment? Or maybe it was you, right? Who knows? We've all been there. So let's break down the dumbest moves guys pull to impress women and why they most likely will backfire, right? I mean, it's crazy because I remember as a kid seeing guys do some dumb shit, to show off in front of a girl, to impress her, all things from like riding a bike with no hands. Look, no hands. Look how cool I am, until they bust their ass. Or, when they're older, taking, your driver's seat and laying it all the way back to the most uncomfortable driving position, thinking that you look cool. But in all honesty, I always thought those things only worked on girls that, maybe they weren't the smartest ones in the group, or, some might not even be worth pursuing. But I mean, that's just my opinion. But there's so many things that men do that in their mind, it's awesome, but it doesn't really work on most women. But then again, I mean, to be fair, I've seen some real dumb shit also work on some women out there. But like I said, usually, these are women that usually live complaining about men and how they're all the same, because of their shit choices. And maybe they might have a type that they don't admit to. So anyway, let's dive in. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or iHeartRadio or your favorite podcast platform that we're on, remember to follow, subscribe, comment, review, and share with your friends that need to hear this. And again, this is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
The views and opinions expressed by the host, guest, and/or participants of this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Buenos Dias Media LLC, its associates, partners, and show sponsors. The content is intended for entertainment purposes and should not be construed as professional advice. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, so let's get into it. Listen, let's be honest. If you recognize yourself in any one of these, don't panic. Just, do better. So there's a difference between being in shape and trying to look like the next Marvel superhero in public. And who are we talking to? We're talking to the over-the-top gym flexers, right? We've all seen this dude The guy at the gym grunting so loud that even the staff looks uncomfortable. He's throwing weights down like he's in an action movie, wiping his forehead dramatically and staring at himself in the mirror like he just discovered fire. Bro, let me tell you something. Women at the gym, and I can't say always because we cannot generalize, but most times they're not impressed by this. You know what they actually notice? The guy who minds his business, works out like a normal person, and doesn't look like he's about to rupture a disc just to prove a point. I don't get it. I mean, I understand that when you're lifting, we all make faces, maybe a little grunt here and there, but I'm talking about those who work out quietly while they're surrounded by men, and the moment a hot woman walks in, they become savages, grunting extra loud, throwing weights around, and acting extra meatheadish. Again, some women might enjoy this, and to be honest, they're usually not the sharpest tools in the shed. You know, maybe they might focus on, just looks alone and what they see, and that's all. They can't see past that. But these are the vast minority of women, so please stop. Also, side note, wearing jewelry while working out is also very obnoxious. And in most cases, a woman who falls for this is not really focusing on you, but rather what you might be able to provide. So, men, please wise up. And again, I get it, you can bench, but it's just that when a guy starts grunting like a dying walrus and throwing weights around like he's auditioning for WWE, bro, she's not impressed. She's scared. Ain't nobody trying to date that dude who, who's likely to rupture something just to get her attention. So what's a better move? Just work out like a normal person. If she's into fitness, she'll notice without you having to hulk out in the middle of Planet Fitness or wherever you're at. Just work out. Be healthy. If she likes fit dudes, she'll notice without you needing to scream like a warlord in mid-battle. All right? So let's move on to the next one. The so-called, quote-unquote, I love astrology lie. You ever see a guy suddenly turn into an astrology expert just because he's talking to a girl? She says, OMG, you're a Scorpio. That makes so much sense. And this dude, who until 5 minutes ago didn't even know what a Scorpio was, is like, yeah, totally. I feel very Scorpio today, right? Meanwhile, his Google search history is, what do Scorpios do? So please stop lying. You're a grown man. If you don't care about astrology, just say that. You don't have to fake an entire personality just because she reads horoscopes. We've met people that fake interest in order to impress others. We've all met them. She's into reading. All of a sudden, some dudes become intellectuals. She's spiritual. And all of a sudden, you start quoting thoughts and sayings that you grew up listening to, and you start quoting them as erroneous Bible quotes. Dude, just be you. Meanwhile, this man don't even know what his own birthday means. And guess what? She can tell you're faking it. So what's a better move? Don't pretend to be into her hobbies just to impress her. If she's really into astrology, just let her talk about it. Nod. Say, that's crazy, and sip your drink like a man, right? Instead of pretending, let her talk about it. Ask questions. Be interested in her interests, and that's okay, without acting like you were born under a full moon in a Mercury retrograde. It's okay to show interest. It's good, and it's good in any conversation when someone is talking. You ask questions, and, you take a genuine interest in what they're talking about. Doesn't mean you have to transform your life and, oh, this is what I'm about, right? So yeah, be you, men. Don't stop being you. All right, so let's take a quick break to hear from one of our supporters. We'll be right back. Remember, this is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
Looking to connect with like-minded men who share your drive for success and passion for the finer things in life? Welcome to the Apex Gentlemen's Guild, a private members club for men who value ambition, camaraderie, giving back, and personal growth. For a limited time while we're fully remote, you can join the guild for free. Gain access to tons of motivational content, exclusive events, insightful discussions, and a network of high-performance individuals. Don't miss this chance to elevate your social circle. Request to join today at facebook.com/groups/Apex Gentlemen's Guild, or give us a like at facebook.com/Apex Gentlemen's Guild. The Apex Gentlemen's Guild, excellence forged in unity.
Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so let's continue down this list. And next up, we have the quote unquote fake rich guy act. You ever see a dude pull up in a rented Lambo talking about boss moves, but you just know his bank account has a negative sign in front of it? He's on the red, as they say. Or the guy who blows his entire paycheck on bottle service just to look cool at the club, only to be eating ramen for the next 2 weeks. Here's a reality check. Women like stability way more than fake flexing. If she's only impressed by your money, dude, she's not your girl. She's your unpaid bill waiting to happen. Ambition is a great thing to have without entering the greed realm. It's awesome to have dreams and goals, but action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. And women can be attracted to a man with a plan, even if he's not there yet. That's a way better approach than faking it and, something obnoxious to those who really know what you're about. Some women might fall for this because it happens, but the lies, let's be honest, they have expiration dates. You have the classic broke box flex, posting pics with a rented Lambo, dropping your last $200 on a bottle service, acting like you're out here making boss moves when your checking account is on life support. Bro, if your wallet cries every time you pay rent, maybe flexing ain't the move. So what could be a better move? Women respect ambition and stability more than temporary flash. Instead of blowing your last dime at the club, maybe focus on actually stacking real money. Invest in real success. If you're broke, don't blow your cash trying to look rich. Stack your money, build your life, and let success speak for itself. Then we have the alpha male warrior. You ever meet a dude who watched one Andrew Tate video and now he thinks he's the dominant lion of the jungle? These are the guys that talk like women should submit. Men are leaders. Women belong in the kitchen. Meanwhile, he lives with his mom, doesn't own a bed frame, and still pays for dates with a Cash App loan. Listen, there's a difference between being confident and being just a clown. Doers and action takers should have confidence. Insecure fakers just have stories, fake beliefs, and lies to bring to the table. Most of these fake alpha males just they just carry generations of misogyny on their backs. And usually this is something that will slip out very early in a, relationship. It's up to you to pay attention and not get blinded by the superficial aspects of a person. Some dudes out here acting like, they're in a real life episode of Vikings. Chest puffed out, arms crossed, deep voice activated, trying way too hard to establish dominance. Like, bro, we're at Applebee's, not a gladiator pit. So what's a better move? Confidence is key. But forced alpha energy just makes you look insecure. Be cool. And again, be yourself. That's the real flex. Because confidence is attractive. Insecurity in a leather jacket isn't. If you have to yell about how alpha you are, you're probably not. So let's continue to the last one. Nope, not the last one on the list. Nope. We have here the too cool for feelings guy. You ever meet the guy who's so focused on looking cool that he acts like he doesn't care about anything? She asks him what he likes to do, and he's like, I don't really have hobbies. I just vibe. Bro, what does that even mean? Do you have interests? Do you have a soul? Women don't want a robot who just shrugs at everything like a depressed NPC. Sadly, though. And sadly, again I say, some women fall for this guy, only to live in constant complaining and regret. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, listen up, my bros. It's okay to feel. It's okay to show emotion. Women like when men, when a man connects emotionally with them. You know what's not cool are the extremes. Either no emotions or overly emotional. And like we said in a previous episode, never let emotions take the driver's seat. So what works best? Have opinions. Have passion. Just vibing isn't a personality. It's an error message and a red flag for some women. So let's take a break quickly here to do some whiskey bar wisdom.
Whiskey bar wisdom.
All right, there's nothing magical about it. Here, drink this. Tell me what's on your mind. Come on.
Whiskey bar wisdom. You provide the stories, we provide the opinions. Unprofessional advice and the laughter. Great on the Rocks podcast.
All right, Whiskey Bar Wisdom, where you guys submit your stories and we comment on them. Unprofessional advice sometimes. All right, so this email comes to us, this message comes to us through our Contact Us page of gritontheRocks.com, and it comes from Chris in Florida. It says, yo, Grit on the Rocks, I need some real talk. I took this girl on a date, and everything was going smooth until she pulled out her phone and started texting the whole time. I asked if something was wrong, and she said, nah, I'm just talking to my friend. I tried to play it cool, but inside I was ready to call it a night. What should I do in this type of situation? Chris from Florida. Okay, kept it short. So listen, Chris. A good woman, let's be honest, she won't treat you like a background character in her life. If a girl, and to women too, if a guy does this, if a person can't put their phone down for 2 hours to be on a date, the truth is they're not that interested in you. They're probably using you for some free dinner. So next time, politely excuse yourself and leave. A real one will actually care about your time. That's it. I mean, let's be honest. You take a girl on a date. Usually dates are if it's a love interest type date, right? You're interested, you're attracted to this person. You take them out on a date. You want to know more about this person. You want to learn about them. You want to know about their interests, their habits, etc. Because that's how you know if it's worth pursuing and, maybe something more serious. But if they can't take that time to give you the full attention and they want to be, again, one thing is like, oh, shoot, I got a message or, my parents or if they got kids or whatever it is. It's a, situation happening at the moment and they excuse themselves like, give me 1 second. I'm sorry, whatever. But when you're at a date and you're sitting and you're chatting with this person, because obviously you're not going to be sitting, eating dinner quietly, and they can't give you the full attention, then the truth is they're probably not really into you. So it's best to cut your lust now and avoid future headaches and heartaches, right? So the last one on our list to close up, and again, I want to invite everyone, if you have more of these dumb things that men do to impress women, I invite you, if you're watching us on YouTube or Rumble, drop your comments. Let us hear it. I want to read these. There's things that I don't think of, obviously. And if you're listening to us on podcasts, you can also, some of these platforms allow you to drop a comment. But if not, go to our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and you can send us a message or a comment on our posts. And we'd love to hear from you. Any other dumb things that men do to impress women. So number 6 and the last one on our list is posting gym mirror selfies like you're a fitness influencer. So this one might work more for women, right? For the likes and attention on social media, right? Because it happens. And that's okay. But for men, fellas, no one is impressed by a bathroom mirror selfie with the toilet in the background. I mean, nobody cares. If your IG is just endless gym pics with captions like, no days off, she's not thinking, wow, what a disciplined king. She's probably thinking, damn, this dude really loves himself. So again, it might work for most. I mean, for some, but not for most. These are the types of things that, again, women can get away with these types of posts, and that's fine. I mean, guys look, and even women look and comment like, oh, wow, look at this, she's doing it. And that's okay. But for men, it's okay to maybe once in a while you do it. Okay, you want to show your progress. If you're on a journey, that's great. But if your whole feed is just pictures of you, yeah, women might think you're a little conceited or full of yourself. So better move is to, again, stay fit, stay healthy, but let your actual personality shine through. If all you have to offer is biceps, bro, you got a problem. So ladies and gentlemen, if you love this content, hit subscribe button. We drop new episodes every week. We try to drop 3 now. Doesn't always happen, but we try. You can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. If you got a crazy story, remember you can submit it on greatontherocks.com, scrolling down to our Contact Us section and submitting your message. If you're looking to sponsor a show and would like to, have your brand featured on our show, or you would like to sponsor one of our segments, you can also go to greatontherocks.com. We've also got sponsorship spots for ads and reads and website features and show segments. Just hit us up on greatontherocks.com, scroll down to Contact Us section, and send us your message. So that's a wrap for today's episode. Remember, stop trying so hard to impress women. It's not that deep, my friends. Build yourself, be confident, and the right one will notice. So remember, keep your spirits high, your cigars lit, your glasses full, and your conversations meaningful. Till next time, this is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias Media production. Cheers.
Grit on the rocks tonight, met with hearts like iron bars, tackling life's endless fights, scars becoming stars, diving deep into the void, working dreams like candy, family bonds sometimes destroyed, like fate always handy. Real men, real issues here, facing fears like storms at sea. Truth is all we hold dear, weakness set free. Help the battle we all share, fitness built with grit and sweat. Life ain't always fair, don't you dare forget. Challenges rise like mountains tall, through the haze we crawl alone, echoes in